This is Detroit, born and raised. We make something great and then we fuck it up.
But the Pistons
That's
have won
everything
before.
that ever comes out of the state.
Bro, you have Duncan Robinson. You have the dumpster.
I got Dunkin' Donuts, bro. Like, I could give a shit. Like, what the
fuck? Even though nobody asked, we delivered. Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. My name is Nestani.
I am Jaxler.
My name is DECosmic.
I am Coley.
And today on the podcast, because you read the title and you saw the thumbnail and like surely you did both of those things and you just clicked with your grubby little mittens on the video, right? You're gonna know that we have a very special guest today. That's right. We've got another GDQ's very own, very entrenched in a lot of things GDQ is doing, a lot of black events, most notably, which we're going to talk about today, which is very exciting. That's right. We have Bobbeigh or May or Lay or Day or May or Gay or Lay's potato chips. We got Bobbeigh on the podcast.
Bobbeigh's potato chips.
That was, I didn't know if you were going to be able to send it home. And then you hit the Lay's potato chips. And I was like, all right, I guess this is where we are.
Yeah, we are not sponsored unless you want to sponsor us. I will eat your chips if you sponsor us. But we got Bobbeigh on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, what's up, Bobbeigh? Welcome.
Hey, second verse, same as the first. I'm super excited to be here with these four fine folk. And I've been doing a lot of really cool things within the past couple months. We can talk about that. We can yap about whatever y'all brought me on to yap about. I'm just here. Yep. I'm just here because I love y'all folk. Like I have hung out extensively with each and every one of you folk that are like in here, like in this call, and like
except for
nothing but the.
I was gonna say, I'm the reaction.
Yeah, you gotta change that, buddy.
To get yours to a GDQ, because like they're nothing but like really, really good vibes. Like they really are.
Facts.
If I do come to meet you, then we'll all have like the greatest of vibes. Because like I had again nothing but the greatest of vibes with these fine folk. Like that's why I'm here.
Not that you need any introduction, but
you
tell
really
everybody that maybe tuning in for the first time who you are and what you do on the interwebs, and maybe off the interwebs if you feel like sharing that too.
Sure.
Talk about your webs.
My name is Bobbeigh. I formerly went by the name The Blacktastic, so you might be a little bit more familiar of like that name, because I recently just like changed it like 2-3 years ago and like all that. But no, I've been kind of like doing the whole speedrun thing since like 2015. I've come into a lot of great friendships and great bonds through like many different communities. Like I'm a drifter, like I'm a big mutual. I've gone from like Mega Man to Castlevania to like indie games. And there's a whole fighting game circle within GDQ that I found a lot of great kinship with. And I feel like I've been everywhere, but it's like, I don't really like, I don't really like, boasting myself like that, but it's just like, it's just really nice getting to know people throughout like 10 years of like being in this space. And so much so that like I've gone from performing at GDQs to volunteering at GDQs to becoming one of their on-camera personalities for sweepstakes, aka prize guys. So I've been one of the new prize people.
I don't know why I'm doing the Italian hands.
Don't say prize picks. It's the prize guys. It's not prize picks, most notably.
Okay, well, I wasn't putting it that way.
True.
You're putting words in my mouth, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've pretty much been up to, though. And then we had a really good event with Back to Black like this past weekend. Like it was really, really great.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was talking about it with some friends. I did not realize that it fell on the same weekend as Super Bowl weekend. Just so the fact that y'all managed to, the fact that like obviously we'll get into specifics, but like what y'all accomplished with like the Super Bowl stacked against with Bad Bunny in particular stacked against you is kind of fucked up. But also holy fucking shit.
And like a part of me, like I'm half Puerto Rican, so like a part of me was like, nah, I can't take him away from Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
Porque,
Porque no los dos, yeah.
Well, exactly, because it's like inside of you are two wolves. One's a black guy, one's a Puerto Rican guy, and like I gotta fundraise Pero mi hermano, mi gente, you know?
Pretty much. Yeah.
But it really was kind of like very hectic on like that, on like, especially like the final day, like when the Super Bowl like really kicked off, and like, we hunkered down, like we had like a call to arms. Like I furiously started typing on Blue Sky, like we need everyone's help. And like, because of everyone's help, like we were able to go against the grain. Like we had football, we had the Olympics, we had, you know, other different concerts and whatnot that other people that aren't really nerds obviously pay attention to. Like a whole bunch of marketing was spent on that. We have none of that. We just have you folks. We have social media. We have word of mouth. But through that word of mouth, that was over $53,000 raised.
Pretty sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nah.
Dude, that
Is that a
finale
good
with
for
Peas
that
was
event,
just
or-
magical. I just gotta give another shout out to Peas, who I've sung his
Goat.
praises before, but he's just such a he's a fucking goat,
he's just
fucking
so
goat
good.
behavior.
Like
Oh
I
my
consider
God.
him like along the lines of like rising stars, like very multifaceted within like speedrun genres, all around great personality, really good at, you know, community rallying, and like, you know, always like in your corner as well.
Oh yeah, he's just like don't I don't know why my brain went to don't talk to me and my son ever again. Like I would protect him with my life type of thing. You know what I mean? Like that's my goat.
He's your son.
Wait, how old
hey,
is
yo.
Peas?
He's
Young enough to be Jaxler's son. So
no, that's literally not how that works.
Really, yeah.
There are so many dimensions on how that
they look really
isn't how this
similar. I
works.
don't know. Like it's like, you know, they're spitting images. Some would say.
They both wear glasses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we both wear glasses. We're both
similar respect
asexual.
there.
You know, we're
You both exist on the
basically the same
planet at the
person.
same time.
I sort of had
This
like
is
that
true.
awkward moment when I was cheering Jaxler on during one of your runs at like GDQ this year, because when you did, or it was during Mushroom Man commentary, right? When you
Yeah.
did the Magneto gravity squeeze. Yeah, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
no, like that's my son, and I really had to think about that.
You know, Bobby, I was gonna say this when you were giving your intro, because you were like, "Yeah, no, I got my start a decade ago," and Bobby, I also got my start in speedrunning a decade ago. We started the same
Yo,
year.
you guys are
I started in
old.
2015. Yeah.
Were you at AGDQ 2016 or?
What?
Was it? Were you at AGDQ 2016?
I was in high school. I was in high school.
I mean, we still
I
had
didn't have
high
a
school
car.
people like
I couldn't
attending
go anywhere.
GDQs, especially back then. Like,
No, 'cause, I mean,
I think his first in person was post COVID. No, or did you go before?
No, first in person was SGDQ 2018.
2018. Okay.
So
I think that was the Earthbound ender for that event. I had a really good time.
I think
at
it
that
was
event, too.
that event was really good. Most of that event was just me like wandering around with like no friends in the practice room, just like taking it all in. But
And
it's
look at you
like,
now. Half the
Yeah.
GDQ fucking loves you. Like 89% of GDQ loves them some Jaxler.
Dude.
11% hadn't heard of you yet. Like that's
dude,
how it is.
oh my god, the SpongeBob, they've been doing this for a couple of events now, but the SpongeBob runners who've been showing up to GDQ lately have been giving me shit, like, because like you said, I keep running into friends and shit, and they're like, oh, it's Mr. GDQ, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, I am not Mr. GDQ.
That's good. I'm stealing that. Thanks for the
I am not
ammunition.
Mr. GDQ
I will
until
now
they fucking
call
give
you
me a
Mr.
job.
GDQ. You're welcome. It's
Oh
time.
god.
Oh my god.
You're
It's
cursed.
too
for
hard
it.
to be holding up that mantle, dog. Like people be saying like, yo, this is like the guy, and you're like, one out of a talk.
Bro, I just work here, bro. I don't work here.
I just show up and
but that-
push buttons on my controller, man. I ain't doing anything.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what to tell you.
Like, I'm sure you feel the same way, Bobby. And I've had this conversation with a lot of the Neopet speedrunners, actually, especially Celestial Shy over the years, where it's just like, they're like, oh my god, Jaxler's joining in a VC, like the goddess. And I'm like, guys, the only difference between me and y'all is the fact that I've been playing this game for 7 years, and you've only
it's
been
the
playing
fact
for like
he
2 or
has
3.
no life. Actually, is the
Yeah,
proper
exactly.
thing.
It's the mental
Playing
illness.
this game.
It's the mental illness diff, okay? That's
No
what the problem
job,
is.
no hoes, nothing. Just
No
Neopets.
prospects. It's no burnt.
Wow.
The prospects are dry. Damn.
He with limitless time.
You know those toys from Toy Story.
Look at this hand formation on the gamepad. It's The claw.
Do you ever voice act or anything? Oh my god,
That was actually low key. That was
that
good.
was really good.
So
He
I've
does
done
voice acting during some of his streams, yeah.
Yeah, so legitimately, I've been contracted to do 2 small voice roles in like I guess like unannounced or unreleased like indie games. Like I had actual checks
That's
sent
cool,
out to
though.
me to them.
That's sick.
Shit.
That's awesome.
nice.
That's fucking
So
good.
so like you know I made my bread. You know, a couple 200. That's about it.
Hey, that's not nothing to
That's
sneeze at. That's
better
good
than-
shit.
better than nothing.
That's a couple hundred.
Yeah.
Hey, I be grabbing
Certainly
our
more than any of
jobs
us
and
have made
shit.
on it.
You know, all these Genshin bots just fucking prowling fiber.
Oh shit, not the
the
Genshin
Genshin
bots.
bots.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Yo, like
No,
I wish
don't be
there were a
sorry.
perfect
You're
world.
speaking truth, but like, Jesus Christ.
I wish there were a perfect world where like people can really lend like more than just like, you know, like what they make with their hands, but like their voices,
Yeah.
especially in like the audio sense, like music and voice acting are like being super right now, like incredibly stripped of like any sort of like autonomy when it comes to like negotiating deals or even like even getting paid like a stable wage. Like people are like being moved out to like California for like 2 weeks, and then like what, that studio like shutters like the next with like 30 minutes warning.
It's so cooked, especially in game dev. Like, holy shit. I mean, Bobby, I don't know if you know about this about me, but I got my master's in game development. Like, I've seen that shit firsthand, which is really bad, really great fucking timing for me. But like, but it's like, you know, I have my own reasons for not like.
I mean, that's like
a whole
because isn't
This is the Bobbeigh episode, not the Jaxler
half of those
episode,
people
but
just
it's
get like yoinked. Wasn't there 2
Yeah.
recently? Actually, it was 2XKO and something else where like
2XKO was the big one.
and I
wasn't
forget
it
exactly
the one
what,
MMO
but-
thing? I'm trying to
Ashes of Creation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
know about that one.
Yeah, that
I
one they
think my
basically
favorite part
started
of
out of the whole company. I think. But 2XKO, I think they laid off 80. I don't know how many people they had though.
It was
Yeah,
around
it was-
like 80 employees.
It was literally half the team because it was 160 people on the team, and now it's 80.
Which low key, like here, like 160 is still like for a fighting game, like that is kind of insane unless you're making something like Tekken or like 3D.
I mean,
But,
to be
like-
fair, the idea with 2XKO was that it was supposed to go nuclear. You know, it was supposed to be like a
And then
huge,
they forgot they were making a fighting
huge game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the big problem, I think, is that there were like 160 people, and then like after 10 years, they were like, wait a minute, I thought you were the lead designer. And then, you know, they didn't know what they wanted the game to be. So
That's
I
the
do want to
thing
get
is like you can just make a good thing. Like God, I'm gonna you know what? Go ahead,
Yeah.
Cosmic. I'm gonna fucking
So,
explode.
I wanted to get your thoughts, Bobby, on 2XKO, like as it is right now, and the statement that they released where they said like we might be changing the game more. Because from where I'm coming from, I mean, I think that game's whack. Okay, it reminds me of too much of MCI.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this like personally before.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't get you to play 2XKO with me.
Yeah. I mean, I could hit some buttons as Yasuo, but like there's just better games we could play. But anyway, so what are your thoughts on everything
not a leading
surrounding this
question.
right now?
What are your thoughts on the game? I
It's
really
not a leading
don't like
question.
it though.
You can just tell me like you're whack too, Cosmic, you know, and then go from there.
Yeah, tell Cosmic to go fuck himself. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
He needs to hear that more often.
Sucks. I mean, like it's basically a passion project that's been 10 years in the making. I mean, like it was like kind of like the to put it candidly, like the wet dream of an UMVC 3 player's like retirement home, right? Like back then.
What does that mean?
I've had some wet dreams in my youth, and that game does not line up with any of them. I'll tell you that.
No. You gotta you gotta know
Clearly, you're
about-
not a League of Legends.
You gotta
gooner.
know about like back then, because like it was not like for like the Marvel 3 guys, like it was nothing but like League and like 14. And when people were like 14 for like a little bit, it was literally League. Like they have been riot monsters since the beginning.
Yeah.
Like they wanted this to happen for like a long time now. Like it was a conception. It was you know, like literally like the dream for like a lot of like the core folks for that community. To see it like released, to see like other people that were from our community like go to work on it so they can like refine it to like, you know, a taste, a very acquired taste, but you know, like nonetheless. And to like have that kind of like ripped away, because like it was, you know, like it was sort of released like in like early access. We had like a couple betas, and then like it was finally like time for the console drop. And like it felt like, you know, like this was going to be, you know, like a forever thing. Like there was a live service plan, roadmap, and like all that. To see all of that ripped away from like, you know, like 80 people, and to have like development and like content pushing of that, like it's gonna be obviously pretty stunted with 50% of their workforce slashed.
Yeah.
I think also like a lot of people didn't even know that the game was like launched either. Like I think that was part of the problem is that like I saw a lot of people on Twitter that was like, I didn't even know this game was officially out yet. And I'm like, guys, like it's like multiple people. It wasn't just like a couple people. It was just like a lot of people were like, oh shit, I didn't know. Like they found out now that the game is out after they fired half the company.
That just kind of goes to show like how hyper niche of like a product this was. Like I loved it. Obviously, I like League. I like the lore. Like I like fighting games. You cannot really find like you can find like people who enjoy fighting games as a spectator sport, but that's about it. Like especially like half what I'd say more than half of like Riot's player base has never picked up a fighting game before.
No.
And the other half probably never like will even consider it because it's like they're already hooked on to like
they're already
MOBA,
playing League. Like League players are not going to play
auto battlers, you know, like the easy stuff.
If they want to see some like characters from League have their boobs jiggle, they can just hop on League. They don't need to wait for 2XKO. Like, because that's literally the thing. I can't help but feel like the suits were just like,
that's why
maybe this is another
League.
boob selling pipeline for like skins and
they
cosmetics.
got whole ass feet out during like the splash art and shit. Like it is.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Targeted.
It's very about like
I mean, for me, the thing, right, was that like the problem that I really had with the game's roster starting out was that it was like anime dude with weapon, anime woman with weapon, anime dude with weapon. Like, and there's just the thing about League when I was playing it, essentially, like I played League for a while. And
I'm sorry.
The cool thing about that game was how like varied the cast was. There was like a bunch of there was a bunch of like beast people. There were beast monsters and everything like that. There was like just goop characters.
Some guy was an
there
actual
was a goop
rock.
character.
Some guy's an actual tree. Some guy's an actual like dolphin. Yeah.
And it's just like we see none of that
like
variety
and stuff too,
like in 2XKO.
Like those don't exist either in 2XKO.
Exactly. Yeah, I think so. It's like
just Arcane.
It's just really weird.
It's just Arcane the fighter. Yeah.
It's a little weird there, like going in, but plus also like there's nothing about that game that actually ties it to League of Legends outside of the characters.
Like the name of the game, like
is so bad.
2XKO is like.
Project L was a better name than 2XKO.
It really was.
They're taking a lot of Project L's right now, I tell you what. So the thing too is like,
bro, that's a whole schematic.
But I don't know what they thought with 2XKO. It's like, what do they think people were gonna say? Can I get next on 2X? Like, no, that's not gonna happen, bro. But the other thing.
That is a little hard. That is kind of hard.
It's also just like naming your thing. It's naming your burger shop. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
You could KO people twice in this game.
I do think that like the game did do some things like better than MVCI. Like when your first character dies, you don't lose half the mechanics in the game. I think that's like actually pretty darn good. I would have just really liked to see like a lot more variety in the cast, as well as like things that actually tied it more to League. Like maybe, I don't know, some kind of like item building or like leveling up characters or something. I mean, like to have a League fighting game and nobody levels up in it is like.
And then you probably wouldn't have like the competitive folks like taking like it's a really weird way to like, I mean, it's a really kind of like hard like way to like look at it. Cause it's like, how much of either community, the casual or competitive, do you want to cater to? You know, like how much of like the sort of like variance in either like item builds or like if you're introducing minions or summoner, like flash ignite into the game, like
minions.
You know, like how much likely do you want it to feel with, you know, without, you know, extra steps,
it's a huge design problem.
I do think it's funny that like I saw a clip of like the Echo Oki where he does like the 4-way mix up after like his install, and somebody was like, "Well, this looks accessible." You know, because he's just like doing like an 8-way on somebody into whatever, and then it's like, well, I think Riot has succeeded in making a game that is not at all friendly to beginners. And is probably like going to piss off some veterans as well, you know. And I'm just like,
it's maybe. A situation like you're constantly putting new players in a situation where you can't like run away from. With like League of Legends, you can always like be back to base if you're like ever like in danger or like low on like resources. Same thing with like Valorant or like Legends of Runeterra. You can just alt F4, sure. But like 2xKO, your back is always up against the wall. You are forced to kind of take that beating and like have that. It's one player game, lack of interaction style.
Yeah,
It's
you're
crazy.
Not getting many chances to play the game that you probably paid like $40 for the battle pass for.
Well, and I think with any fighting game,
you can shoot a bit in Fortnite. You're not gonna get a fucking hit on me if you play 2x on me, you know?
Yeah, it feels like the floor to like express ideas in gameplay is a lot higher in like a fighting game than it might be. Because you can literally just shoot the gun, but like you can't just punch. You can't just press punch because you're just gonna get push blocked, and then you're like, oh shit, I just got fucking happy birthday. Guess I'll die. Like, you know.
I don't know what any of those words mean, and I think that exemplifies your point. But I also like. I think the biggest thing with fighting games, I think like traditional fighters, not like Smash, obviously, but I think a lot of them, they cater too heavily to competitive players, in my opinion, like a large majority of them whenever they're like making it, because it's just like, I remember 2xKO beta launch, me and Cosmic played. I had a great time playing with Cosmic. You know why? Because I just pushed buttons. I wasn't doing anything. I was getting farmed on cooldown. I didn't take a game. Okay. You know what I mean? And it was fun because I was playing with Cosmic. Now, if I was playing with any random and I'm getting farmed, I'm turning that bitch off after like 3 games because I'm not going to sit in training mode and train combos. That's like the most brain-numbing, monotonous thing ever to me because I'm not a big fighting game person.
It is like the most
so it's like,
amount
how do you
of time
bring people
that
like that in?
Yeah, it's the most amount of time that you put in for the least amount of reward. And like, how do you sell that to somebody? It is a small drip of dopamine that you get, maybe a little bit more if you like land a perfect on somebody. And then you're back to square one, or even less because like you're on a losing streak because you're getting your ass beat. Like,
because that's the thing, it's a 50-50. You either win or you lose when you play a fighting game like that. But when it comes to other stuff, there can be different ways of looking at it where it's like, oh yeah, we lost in this shooter game, but I got to.
But I went 20-0. You know what I mean?
I went 20-0, right?
He lost the game for me.
Yeah,
those guys are idiots. Like
you have no one to blame but yourself,
and
that fucking sucks.
But a fighting game, to be fair, you lose. You know.
To be fair, Bobby, when was the last time we heard a fighting game player blame themselves instead of the lag, the monitor, the game, the
controller?
That's my controller. The weapon
the cosmic rays.
All the jobs.
The randomness of the opponent, you know.
I didn't get all my good evidence, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, you know.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. The point is, right, that like there's not an easy scapegoat. So you have to go to things outside of like, you know, the game itself to where it's like, oh, the game's bad. The opponent's random. The sun was in my eyes. My shoelaces were untied. I had turkey sausage instead of pork sausage this morning for breakfast, you know, or whatever.
There was also a really great quote that I think he was quoting someone else, but I heard it from a Core A gaming video where it's like, when you're in a team environment and you lose, that loss is spread out between you know, maybe the 5 or 6 people you're playing with. But when you win, everyone feels all of that success, right?
Yeah.
As opposed to you live and die by your own shit, you know, Sunday, right?
But
so
now
I think that's part of it too.
And 2xKO's credit, they do have a 2v2 mode. You know, they do have the mode where you can play with somebody else on your team. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's super popular because that could definitely like help you share in the burden of the loss or whatever.
Yeah, but then it's a 50-50 split of the burden, because if I lose, or if my team loses, oh my God, I'm gonna feel bad because that guy did great, or honestly, I want to make
or the other side of the coin,
them feel more complacent so that they can keep playing the game with me. It
becomes like a sibling dynamic almost, where it's like a I just imagine it as like, if I was doing this with my older brother, the vibes would be
yeah, you'd have to get somebody. You'd have to get like a playing partner that's like pretty much on your level, and then you can both like level up together and get better. It's it probably
that's impossible,
much harder.
And that's super hard to find in like fighting games, even like platform fighters.
Oh yeah, even just at the local I go to for Rivals 2, like the skill thresholds are already so varied, even though we have on average an 8-person local.
The biggest game here has 12 people that play it pretty regularly, and that's even still got some gaps in the skill level and stuff.
So
it's Chianta, by the way. More people play Chianta in this state than any other.
That's awesome.
I have a question, because you two, Cosmic and Bobbeigh, you all play a lot of online fighting games. How common is it for people to link up? You're fighting someone or whatever, and you friend requests, and then you become friends online. Because I know that traditionally in fighting games, a lot of it is done in person, at your locals, and that's really where the I guess the
connection is
the
made.
community, the connection, the community, the friendships. Because when I play Smite, sometimes I'll just friend random people. Half of my friends now are just people I randomly friended on Smite.
Yeah.
But that's a pool of 4 to 10 people per match versus one.
Well, I'll go first because I don't play a lot of ranked, and I haven't really played a lot of lobby matches with random people, and probably since DNF Duels launch. And then prior to that, the only person that ever added me in a game was somebody that I beat in Tekken ranked by simply doing this move with Miguel. And then he added me and never spoke to me again. And I was like, interesting. And that guy's name was Slinky 007 or something.
I've had people friend
remembers his
request me
whole
just
government name. That's crazy.
But
that's what I've seen happen.
It was,
anyway.
That was a time where I was trying to get better at whiff punishment, so I went into ranked with Miguel, and I was like, I'm just gonna do push or some shoulders or whatever, and just beat people with that. But it's not a lot of I'm pretty blessed in that Delaware is a lot of local stuff. So I every week I have a local that I go to. And a lot of my time outside of that is maybe one of the other venues I go to once every month or something. Even though they have stuff every week, I usually go to that. And then the rest of my time on fighting games is usually spent in training mode. So that's it for me pretty much. So not very much, I guess, is in my experience, because I don't do it very much. So Bobbeigh, you probably have better answer.
I think, it's still not the most uncommon thing. However, I do think that it's that sort of gesture and the reciprocation, right? Because you can send a friend request, but will you get the acceptance? Will you run the set again? I feel that's become a little bit less frequent over time, just because of the amount of people that you can just match up with online, especially for a lesser played or a game with lesser characters, a fighting game. You can always fight this character or an X or an Y, and if you're content with that, that's fine. And to kind of piggybacking on what Cosmic was saying, it also just kind of relies on where you live. Do you have a local scene? Are you able to drive out? Are you willing to make the trip out where if it's 30, 40 minutes, an hour, a half out to where people are gathering? And that's where you will make the more genuine connections, like offline, definitely. But online, if you are living in remote bumfuck and you fight the only 5-bar Sagat that you've ever encountered, and you want to be that guy's best friend, I feel those sorts of genuine connections and those people would be of equal skill level, that could still happen. It's just it's just way too much accessibility for online. I wouldn't say too much, but I feel people are using it to the advantage of where they don't feel the need to like form like that connection as much, and like that's sad to see a little bit.
I feel like also there's so many
like Discord groups is what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say Discord groups and the amount of like online tournaments that also happen now, like you know, like Tampa Never Sleeps. The same people playing those weeklies pretty much
whatever
every week.
Hungry Box is running for the melee.
Yeah, that too.
And like, because you have like those online weeklies, like, you know, you're going to get like top tier talent to run again. So it's like, why would you try to search Battle Hub for something? Or like, especially if you're like,
it's the age old question of why don't top level players go to their locals? It's like, because they're not going to get much out of it. Like,
the locals right here, you got 192 players in an online bracket, and like a pretty in an era with like really nice netcode. Like, again, like you get pretty comfortable with it. Like, yeah, it's not the same like one-to-one game like experience, but it's like you're not going to be getting that much of a competitive experience like pretty much anywhere else, depending on where you live, of course.
It is exponentially more difficult to be a top player in fighting games now that like everybody is just so good and everybody can just grind so much.
Yeah, I guess like my kind of like follow-up question then is like, because for me, I identify that as like a problem with a lot of these fighting games, is that like there is not a good social aspect online, so that a new person coming into it, not knowing anyone or whatever, it's very hard for them to like get into it. Because I think like the biggest reason I kept on Smite for so long is because I just met a bunch of people and then I was playing with them, and then I would move on, and I've had like probably 4 or 5 different groups that I've gone through and phases throughout the years with that. And so like, is it more of like a game problem? Like, should it be on the game to like kind of force those things more? Or is it more of a thing where it's just like, oh, I'm fighting this person. If I lose, I don't want to friend them because there's like an ego thing, or like, because it's easier to team up with people where you're like, oh, you're on my team now and we're doing this together, rather than we're fighting constantly. So, you know,
I was gonna say, because are you friend requesting people that were on your team, or are you friend requesting people that were on the enemy team? And if it's a mix of both, it's chill. But it's like, you know, I would think like it's a little harder to just bridge that gap just with the inherent premise, because it is 1v1. You know, it was someone you were, because it's a very in a weird, I don't want to say intimate. That sounds like a weird way of putting it, but it is a very like maybe you know what?
That's crazy.
But it's like, it is a very like intense thing. So it's like, you know, it can be hard to kind of unhook yourself from that. Again, it's like, it's all directed into one opponent versus spread between 5, you know, in a mobile, like 5 enemies and 4 teammates, right? So
is it a solvable problem then, or not really?
It honestly depends like on the size of the game too. It depends on the size of the game too. Like, what was it? I kind of like drifted through a couple of DNF discords for DNF dual discords for a while, and then like when I showed up to Frosty, I was like, oh yeah, I'm just checking in for my pool, and like I knew who the person was that was running the bracket because they had mentioned it like in the Discord, and I was like, hey, I'm just checking in DECosmic, and she was like, or they were like, oh, you're Cosmic, and I'm like, yep, that's me, and then somebody was like. So I was playing this Vanguard, and he was like, what's your name? And I was like, Cosmic. And he was like, where have I heard that? And the bracket runner was like, well, he's been talking in the Discord for like ever, but he doesn't make it out to a lot of events. And I was like, pretty much. And like, I can tell you too, because I've been lurking in a lot of Jack's streams, Jack, the Happy Chaos player for Strive. I don't talk in there. I just watch him because it's interesting to get his insights.
Jax is like, really? And then he went, oh.
I mean, I do watch you too. Don't forget that you were in my top 5 streamers.
No, I know.
No.
W-bit.
How old are you again, actually, now that I think about it? Are you 26 or 27?
27, going on 28.
Are you 6 or 7?
Okay, so you're about this. I think you're about the same age as Jack then, because I think he's 26. Maybe he'll be 27 this year. But anyway, so, you know, funny coincidence.
Good.
But anyway, so I can tell you too, like, you see pretty much the same, like, 10 people chatting in his stream, because they all just kind of, like, know and respect each other. I mean, they may not respect each other's characters, but they definitely like hang out a bunch, and they definitely are like used to playing against each other, where it's like, yeah, I guess we should form like some kind of little friend group or whatever.
I almost kind of want to draw a comparison here between like fighting game communities and like speedrunning communities, where I think a lot of times, especially if we look at like speedrun, like I'm going to use the Neopets as an example again. The Neopets community is like the moment they see somebody streaming that game on Twitch, they come out of the fucking woodwork.
Yep.
To go hop in your chat. Bobby, I know you've experienced this for a fact because I know you've streamed the game before. And it's like people will come out of the woodwork because those are the kinds of things that they need to do in order to keep their game alive. So I think it, in some, like, you know, like the devs can do kind of all they want, but it's kind of like the game lives and dies by its players, right? So I feel like it's more of a community problem than it is a dev problem. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, like kind of piggybacking off of that, and like, so to kind of like touch on that follow-up question, it's like I feel like depending on the game, on like the game and the game size, like this sort of like thing will differ. But I feel like Street Fighter 6 kind of has like the best kind of like open areas for like people to like meet up and like do other like random shit. It's more interaction than just like fighting someone in like a 99-second match or like whatever. And I also think that's cool. I think that like you can, you know, sharing your love of like, you know, Street Fighter or Capcom games or like this design or like this music without even having to, you know, engage in like the main content. And that's what makes it so beautiful. Like I feel like if the video game developers wanted to like restrict that sort of like access and be like, no, you have to fight, you have to shake hands, and like GG, like that's gonna deter like a lot of people from even like picking a character at the character select screen, you know? But if you are able to make a world avatar, give him Guile's hair and Akuma's biceps and ERP right outside of like the tree of woes or like whatever.
Oh my God.
There is a non-zero amount, and I, you know, like you gotta acknowledge them, you gotta recognize them, because like it's for everybody.
This is bringing a whole new meaning to go home and be a family man. I just gotta say. Wowie zowie.
Is that why Ken looks like that in Street Fighter 6? Like, is that what?
Actually, that's because he lost his family.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know,
right.
Minus one family.
That's a good stat. But no, like I feel like, you know, giving people like the open space to enjoy the medium how it sees fit, like would only preserve their like wanting to like exist in that space. That's why like Final Fantasy 14 and like other MMOs are like so, you know, great and popular, because you can do things and be yourself with like other people without having to, you know, sweat as much.
Yeah, and you can have communities like that in the same like pocket or genre, and like one community is great and the other's kind of
dog shit.
Like, I mean, like the 14 community can be really great. I am afraid of the World of Warcraft community. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what?
or God forbid EVE Online. You know,
God
like,
forbid they find out I'm black.
oh shit!
They will be saying it for sure. Speaking of black, I guess
you start slinging murlocs at me.
I'm not gonna sound like a murloc if you drop fucking heaters like that when I'm hydrating, man. That's not fucking fair.
Don't tell me Frostmourne is going to be in the stone. Like, what you doing here, boy? Like,
old day now. I seen one of you.
Wait, are you saying Frostmourne is black? Like, is that
I'm saying Frostmourne is racist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, ¿por qué no los dos?
The bigot Bifrost, if you will.
The bigot Frost? Holy shit.
Speaking of bigoted frosts, I don't know how to transition out of this, so this is gonna be a super hard
get us
transition.
out of here, man.
How are you? Let's see.
Black people. We're talking. You know, we did bring you on to talk about Black and the Flash a little bit more. We did kind of like touch on it and stuff, but like, I guess what is a good question? I'm finding a question. I had a question and then it left my head. This is good for me.
What was your favorite or top 5 runs of the event?
There you go.
How about that?
Or top 3.
Good job.
Or things that stood out.
Good job, Cosmic.
Good
job, Cosmic.
There's so many like good ones though, like especially like toward like the end of the event. But there were also like a couple of games that like I hadn't like even like heard of until like that weekend that I just like picked up like this Warriors Abyss.
Yeah,
like
Warriors Abyss.
It's a mix of Dynasty Warriors and like, you know, like the isometric action roguelike style. And it's actually really, really good for like kind of like losing lots of hours. And like I streamed that for quite a grip last night. I mean, like the thing is, it's like there's a lot of great like I know everyone pops out for like Sonic and like all that, but like I didn't like really grow up.
I did watch the Miku
with
run.
like Sonic like speed runs or, you know, like I mean, like I really appreciate the platform. I appreciate, you know, Sonic and like all that, but like all these other games, like once I saw like Bloodstained Ritual of the Night on there, I'm like, ooh, randomizer, let me get in on that. Once I saw like Katana Zero, I was like, oh, okay. Once I saw Metal Gear, like, oh, absolute banger. So and the rhythm games too, like Mustache, like GZ with so much money raised during that. GZ with like the most heartfelt call to action. I mean, they've done that for like many a GDQ, but like it was like really special for especially that one because like that was like when hella milestones were like raised. Like this is like when we were like 40 to 44K, and like we're just like really trying to push through and enjoy the music and all that. Like it was a lot, like a surge.
The fact that y'all pushed another 10K from like there to the end of Crossworlds, I'm just like, holy fucking shit.
That's just crazy.
I didn't realize that Yatagami ran Sonic Frontiers, by the way. I know that guy from DMC Reboot.
I gotta shout out to Yato because like he is also a very like genre varied like speed runner.
Yeah,
because like to like go from like that to like Resident Evil 5, like that's such a like almost opposite ends, like right there.
I think if I'm remembering the guy correctly, I think it's him. But I believe he runs what is it? Yeah, he runs Virgil's Downfall for DMC Reboot.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed that off, I think, at ESA or something. Yeah,
I had the pleasure of hanging out with Yato and like in like real life and stuff, and like they're absolute, they're absolutely crazy.
No, I was just remarking that there's a bunch of shit I got to go back and like kind of check out. I'm mad because I like overslept and I missed PT and Cypherin's Cuphead run.
That Cuphead run was so good, and I like Cypherin is a absolute warrior. Like they weren't really feeling that well, like going into like the performance, like and then like kind of like behind the scenes, we were like, you know, you don't have to do this. Like we don't really want anyone to like do anything that they don't want to do. You know, like it's not that much of a high pressure environment. But he powered through like this. That's my speedrun OG, man. That is like one of my speedrun OGs. That's the young dog.
He's just like the humility of him, I think, is what like gets to me too. Just as like, you know, in the way he carries himself and the way that he moves through the space. It's just like he just wrecks shit and like
he walks around like he's not the GOAT, and I'm like, I don't know like why.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you don't.
He reminds me a lot of a Virginia Tekken player named Blackula, who just kind of like he was a really good Bruce player, and he just walked around just like he wasn't nothing. And it's like, bro,
was he also like really 7 foot, 8 foot? What the fuck? Like.
No, that brother is tall. He's tall.
There are few people on this earth that dwarf me. Like,
Cypherin's mad tall.
Like I'm up to man's shoulders, and I'm like, I feel like little bro. I feel like little cousin.
Dude, he is the immovable object, and we are all very stoppable forces. Like,
whoa! Speak for yourself. I don't know about you know. Jax is a stoppable object.
I'm a pretty movable object in comparison.
I'm a movable object and a stoppable force. It's pretty rough out here.
I mean, you do have a smooth runway on your forehead, Cosmic, so you can roll a little quick.
I'm covering the runway up, bro. It's closed for business right now. So
crazy,
dude. You're wearing that beanie the way Alex Caruso wears that headband, man. It's rough out here.
That's wild.
Yo,
when you hit 30, bro, and your hair starts going, I am gonna be so relentless, dude.
You should.
I'm gonna have like a tub of turtle wax on deck for every GDQ where I see you, and I'm gonna be like, "More wax, me lord," you know, just.
Speaking of Caruso, oh my God! So apparently Harden is like alive and breathing now.
Yeah. How do you feel about James Harden being on your team?
Oh my God. I mean, here's the thing, like, you have to know the man through like 7-8 years of like the NBA to know that like his personality ain't shit. Like he is very much an ain't shit motherfucker. All right, but there are some glimmers of like light there like that help him shine, and apparently took us to a win over the Nuggets. Like, oh shit, and that's fine. You know, yeah, like a nice like double there.
Yeah, just hopefully he doesn't score during 6 points in the playoffs.
I was gonna say, like, I think I've seen this movie before, right? Like,
I hate how the Cavs become a completely different team once the playoffs start.
Yeah, that is their problem. It is like, it's funny too, because like every year they struggle in the playoffs, and then they're like, all right, guys, who are we gonna bring in to help us in the playoffs? The guy notorious for disappearing in the playoffs. Let's get James motherfucking Harden. It's like, what are we doing?
Not only that, but I had to deal with fathoming the fact that I was gonna have James Harden and fucking Lonzo Ball on my team, but like 2 days later, traded him though.
Yeah,
traded him with 2 picks to somebody.
Yeah. I don't remember.
You traded 2 picks to get rid of Lonzo Ball. That's rough.
That's pretty rough.
Literally.
Yeah. I don't know anything about I don't know anything about basketball, but that sounds rough.
Yeah, dude, the Eastern Conference is fucked,
he was the person that got traded for absolutely nothing. They literally just said, yes, please take him.
Yes.
They didn't get a return.
Take him and 2 picks. Everything must go.
We need the cap space.
The media before was like, oh yeah, you know, like we love him. You know, he's from a lineage. You know, daddy didn't break his ankles by making him wear those fucking shoes. Nah, not at all. He's gonna be great. First was like 0-0-3. All right, all-star elite talent. Thank you very much, Mr. Lonzo Ball.
At least one of the Ball brothers is good.
True. I mean, LaMelo's going crazy right now. The whole
LaMelo's going crazy. The Hornets are kind of fucking insane right now. Like,
yo, he's gonna have to drop a new single.
The middle brother.
Whoa. Cole looks like he's had something on his mind for a minute. Cole, do you have questions for Bobby?
Not really. Well, I mean, basketball's like,
damn, I read that wrong.
In the basketball land.
The thing about basketball is that I'm kind of like new to it because I just like Nestani got me hooked.
Yeah, well,
on
your
these,
team's
like,
really fucking good this year. That makes sense.
And you know what's crazy? I don't care. I don't care because Detroit fumbles every damn time. Every time. I bandwagon Lions so hard, and you know what they do when they get to the playoffs? They literally they crouch on the bench and they take a shit on it. All right. Pistons, I don't want them to, but this is what we do. This is Detroit, built, born and raised. We make something great and then we fuck it up.
But the Pistons
have won everything
before.
that ever comes out of the state.
Bro, like, you have Duncan Robinson. You have the
I got Dunkin' Donuts, bro. Like, I could give a shit. Like, what the fuck? I'm sports team in Detroit. I'm like, no, I'm not. I don't care. I know the moment I watch
Dunkin' Donuts, that's crazy.
Like, the moment I watch my state try and play a sport, they just fuck it up. They just every time. Every single time.
Well,
and I'm like,
right now. I'm just saying, Cade Cunningham, he's an animal. He's a monster. He's a good time.
Listen, I want them to do well. I really want them to do well.
Do you?
But you got some elite veteran royalty.
Believe me, I do. I've grown up. I've been waiting for 20 years for a sports team in this state to do so well.
And I guess it has been 20 years. 22 to be exact.
I will say, y'all got to find a way to get rid of Tobias Harris. Y'all got to get that motherfucker out of here.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, I don't know how he hasn't like retired from the league already, but like, don't nobody want him, man. Tobias Harris, if you're listening,
If you're listening,
I need you to resign to your boss, dog.
Fucking tie up the laces,
pack it
bro.
up, go join Shaq with the general commercials or some shit. Like, just let Cade breathe, dog.
Bro, that's a fate worse than death. Oh my god.
And the icy hot commercials too.
At least, in all of this, my team is getting us. We were talking about because James Harden left. From
You
the
got
Clippers.
Zoo.
We got Zoo from the Clippers. We have a center. We have a center now. We have hope.
A better one than Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Dude, every time I think about James Harden, because again, all I know are these compilation clips. Every
He's
time
only
I think
watched
of that
highlight
guy,
videos. I've cursed him.
I've only watched highlight videos. I always see him spiking the ball on the ground and then it hitting his face again. And I'm like, that's just gotta hurt.
That's why he grew out the beard, actually.
It's such a good clip. It gets me every time, man.
I feel, but he's fun to watch. But
Yeah, he did the snow angels on the ground last season. Like, come on, like.
I just hope it's still the Donovan Mitchell show. And like from what James Harden said, like when they kind of like asked for his thoughts, like before they suited up for the first time, is like, I'm just here to like go into like their rhythm to like play off of them. And like Harden's assist game is kind of high key eights here. And that's a lot of what we need. And like, and that's a lot of what Cleveland kind of thrives on is like is definitely quick ball movement. There's all these small guards just kind of like pivoting over these twin behemoths of Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I almost forgot his name.
Hey, he was almost on the trading block. So
I mean, I feel like we're being a little bit too a little bit too greedy with like too like center potential. Like we're like hoarding them all. And this is like in a time where like being a center, it just isn't really like attractive. Like too many people wanting to be like guards and like forwards, because like that's where like
you must
the real
be Wendy.
Like, interaction and like the money and like all that stuff is. But it's like, dog, I just want, sometimes you do just want like someone that's like 8 foot tall. They don't need to do much. Look at Wemby. He can do all the shit in the world. He can do all the shit in the world. What does he do? He takes 2 steps and goes half court. That's why you pay him.
And then he dunks on everyone and blocks everything because he's just taller than everyone. It's crazy how he makes everyone look like
this
tiny
a dunk?
midgets.
Like reaching it out, like it's really in your hands.
He's putting it in. He's putting it in
he's
the basket.
He's doing the claw machine. Like,
bro's like, it's morphin' time, and then drops the basketball.
Bro's just dispensing it into the basket for real. He's just like, here's my dispensary. Like,
dude, he dunks like it's like a couple frames of a stop motion film. It just like happens in 1, 2, 3, and then it's over. It's like, it looks like the frame rate dropped. Like.
And he's a monk now. Like,
oh god!
And he talked to Kevin Garnett. He's an animal now. It's crazy.
Oh no! Not the Garnett. Oh no, I'm scared. Now I'm not.
He
the monk
went
is
to
one
the
thing,
monks,
but the KG
and then
is another.
Afterwards, he talked to Kevin Garnett. Dude, it's over. Like that guy's gonna be a problem.
Bro literally completed Jade Empire New Game Plus. It's like, let me get the inner wisdom. Let me get the outer power.
Dude, and the scariest part of all is that he's French. Like, that's maybe the most devastating part of all of this. We're gonna have to deal with this ass in 2028, man. I don't know what we're gonna do.
You don't like the French?
No.
Okay, I didn't.
Obligatory
watch the Olympics 2 years
Rudy
ago.
Gobert, like just really quick, but go ahead.
I mean,
wait, I gotta ask this now. Maybe I don't know if you've. I don't know if you've been asked this question before, but like you really like basketball, you really like fighting games. You ever tried Shaq Fu?
No.
Okay.
I let sleeping dogs lie when it comes to that. I even like, I knew there was like a second Shaq Fu out, like Shaq Fu The Return or Chamber of Secrets, whatever the fuck it was called. I knew that shit was gonna be ass from the get-go.
Oh my god.
That shit was gonna be. You ever seen you remember back in like 1998 where like Wheaties had like the Windows 95 game discs of like really bad sport, like and the motions were like in like 15 frames a second. Like That was the first Tiger Woods golf game that I ever like played.
Fuck, man. Oh
that turned me off of any golf game ever. Everybody's golf with your friends golf.
Not hot shots golf. How about that?
I feel like golf only is cool if you get to hit your opponents with the club. Like, I think it should be a martial sport. You know what I mean?
Like Last of Us 2.
Exactly.
Why would they Why would they not give you like different like lengths and weights to like the golf clubs if I couldn't like use it as like a matchup tool? Like, oh, you use like the short and fast one. I got Big Bertha over here. 4, you know, like
is there a pick and ban system for the clubs? Is there a pick and ban system or like
not even cater to the competitive mind?
Yo, I just got this new 5-wood. It has a beam assist.
Is that the 5-wood alpha? I got the 5-wood beta.
Damn.
Yeah, I started using my 7-iron because it had the fucking the foot dive. The fucking.
Oh my god.
5-iron's kind of broken with its instant overheads, dude. I hate to tell you. Like,
5-iron, 5 frames. Like that's the thing. Like,
dude, Frank West for killing this meta. Holy shit.
I'm not smart enough to get these jokes. I'll be so realized.
No, this isn't a smarts thing. This is a.
I don't know shit about golf. It's so over. I'm like, yeah, guys.
This has nothing to do with golf, by the way. This has everything to do with Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, that's also why I don't get it. It's so over.
Why can't we just go back? Like that's my rose tinted shades like kind of like thing. Like, why can't we just go back to playing Marvel 3, man?
Yeah, they don't make more games.
For no reason, but
we already have the good ones.
I mean, a lot of
Marvel
people
3.
sign up for Frosty's Marvel 3.
Yeah,
you know,
I still need to go back and watch the rest of Top 8. There was some good shit in that.
The people that play that game now, man, are so good. Like the people that are good at that game are just like, I was like, damn.
It's always like new kids like Blorbus or like whatever random name they get.
Liberal Terminator.
There's Liberal Terminator. There's Dead
That's
X
his
Pride.
name, and he plays the Coach Steve team. He's really fucking good.
Yeah. There's a dude whose name was like Scam Likely who plays, I think, He plays either ZMC or he plays Zero Doom Virgil. Or something. I think he's.
And then you have.
I think he's ZMC.
He goes by 2 names as well. It's either Magic Pixel Mexican or Sack Tap, and I think he plays some lower mid tier that I'm. He's the guy who plays Ghost Rider,
Hagar. He plays Ghost Rider, Hagar, Arthur, and don't let him get it twisted because Hagar Arthur is stupid. All right, Hagar with arrows assist with fucking daggers assist. Nice. That shit is dumb.
That was like some like show of a kinder party team. I used to run many an Arthur whatever.
That's right. And then there's a dude who runs Team KBR whose name used to be TJ2 Motherfucking Nice, and then he changed it to Fabulous Zucchini 91. And now,
where do y'all get these names from?
This is crazy.
I think that's that's a Xbox 360 auto gem.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what that is.
You're so right.
And then there's a dude who plays Hulk Dante Hagar, whose name used to be X-Man Chris, but now he goes by Starchy Maha Boob 26. So you know.
Dude, if your boobs are starchy, you gotta see a doctor. I don't know what you want me to say.
I hope that there's some guy out there who's making like a Summoning Salt-esque video about this, and they gotta read those names like dead ass, like they did some.
Just a new Monster video.
Your winner for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 EVO 2026 is poop, like from a butt, you know, or something like that.
Known as Matt Turk.
In third place, Raven Simone 911.
We're back to the Raven Simone.
How is that still alive?
He's still bringing it back. This is crazy, man. You gotta give it up.
Yep.
You gotta give up,
I can't. It's evergreen. The Raven Simone jokes are evergreen.
Nope. It's just not. It's not evergreen. It's ever brown. It's shit. It's
generational brown. It's generational brown.
This is a shriek dog. You gotta let it go.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
I guess
what fighting game are we playing at the next GDQ? By the way, Bobby. I gotta ask.
I'm down for everything. This is like the shitty thing about like actually like working at these events is that like I have no time.
I was gonna say, like last time I tried to get in games with you, and like you just didn't have time.
That was gonna be my follow-up question. Is like, what do you do as the prize person? That was gonna be my last question for you. Is like,
there you go.
Because I know you do the prize for the Back to Black event, but you also do it for mainline stuff too. So like, what all are you involved in there?
Yeah, I mean, like it's a lot of like backroom work. Cause like, I mean, like believe it or not, people submit a ton of prizes to like these events, and like, there's a lot of like sifting through them. There's a lot of like making sure that, or kind of like tying prizes to like different themed games. Like say that we have like a Devil May Cry block, and then we have like, you know, these Dante and Virgil figures. Like we definitely don't want them to go on during Mario. We definitely wanted to go on during DMC. And there's a lot of like because like we have like a home studio where like where I was for like Back to Black. It's like all the prizes were already there. For like main GDQs, like some of them have to be like shipped out or like driven out. So we kind of have to work with like kind of like what we're given like at that time to like actually like show it off like physically. And if they're not there, we can have like a backup plan. So like a lot of like back end work, like rotating like items out of like the set, like even like how you, whenever you see them like kind of like cut to us, and then you'll see like that, you know, these nice like shelves that we build with like, a whole bunch of like prizes like that too. It's like more than just like showing them off on camera, but like making sure they look good here, making sure that they don't shine off their reflection on the camera too much. Like it ended up being like a lot more, especially for like last year's SGDQ. Like it ended up being like a lot more than like I thought I was gonna undertake. Like it was by no means like, you know, like too hard or like overwhelming, but it was like, you know, like it's actual, especially when you want to make things perfect for like a production for like a charity, right? Like everyone needs to make sure that like everything goes right. So we're just kind of like part of that, just, you know, putting our own little spin on it. And thankfully, like, you know, I have like for the main events, I have Shout and like Ruby to hold, you know, like to like lean on to. Because I didn't know, like, I don't know how like Sent like did all of this shit by himself like in years before, when it was like just him like, you know, like organizing and showing everything off and like doing a whole bunch of like production work and like the background, like it's steady enough to juggle for 3 people, like, but like one, you're just going. Wow.
Yeah. What's the rehearsal or like prep time look like for all that?
I don't think like, I think the only like sort of like rehearsing that we've done was like for like the pre-show stuff, because like that was like pre-recorded like at the time, right? So like there was a little bit of like a brainstorming process for like, you know, like what sort of things that we wanted to do, how it was going to like tie into the overall theme of the event, which at AGDQ was like, you know, like peeking into the future, into the past, like, you know, time travel, like sort of thing, right? And
definitely
how to kind of put on the kayfabe that like, you know, matched everything. That's how you saw like Shout dressed like, you know, like Morpheus, Ruby, they were like incredibly sharp with, you know, like their, you know, outfits and everything. You know, black guy with a security jacket. I mean, I could just go anywhere. But no, that was pretty much like all like that was pretty much like the extent of it. As far as like, you know, like the prize segments by like the day, it's always like a quick powwow. What do we got? You know, like what there might be to like even like throw on in, because it's like, yeah, we can kind of like, you know, play it up, be like really hammy, being like really memey with it, and like the entertainment value is really, really appreciated in that. But we also have like a job to do. We also have you know, like funds to raise, and like someone told me, and I've been taking notice of it like since I started like working the prize segments and everything like at last SGDQ. but the amount of money, the amount of funds raised, like during those segments alone, like those are incredibly huge spikes, especially at a GDQ where like different blocks of prizes rotate throughout the day. So like you constantly have to like be on, okay, Pokemon's coming up next. I gotta get these Pokemon prizes. You know, you really have to like kind of like schedule around, you know, these, because like people are going to be scheduling their watch time, their their plans around.
They put it in their calendar.
What they can. Yeah, exactly.
I guess sort of to follow up then, unless y'all had anything additional to ask about like the specifics of that like work. It's something I was curious about, and this kind of, I was kind of thinking back to when we were talking about, the both of us having been in this community for, 10 years now at this point. Mm-hmm. Just kind of what I've noticed and the way I know we're old. We're fucking speed boomers.
I think I'm 8 years this year. Damn. Yeah, I'll be 8 years in here this year.
It's gonna be 11 for me this year, I think, which is
that's crazy.
11.
Yeah, I'll be 8 years in July. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
11 in April. Fuck. Well, gaming. That's painful. But I guess
one day you're going to be legal. Go ahead.
Bitch, I'm 27. The fuck you mean? What is this man cooking? What is this shit burn? Get him out the fucking kitchen. I think it's a perfectly reasonable I was trying to set the groundwork for a genuine ass, thought-provoking question, and this guy is just like, what if I just shot him with a gun?
I'm on the podcast, but go ahead.
No, you're good. I guess I'm curious because I feel like, Bobby, in a way, we're kind of at both an interesting inflection point in our kind of journey in this space where we've been doing it for long enough. So it's like, juggling the way of, I want to participate, but I also want to, set the groundwork for other people or for the future, I guess. And that's just kind of what I've noticed with you a little bit. Cause especially when you did you've had your 10th GDQ run now, which is crazy. And correct me if I'm wrong. I've sometimes gotten the vibes that you're like, I feel like stepping a little more out of the way or playing a more supportive role, I guess. I guess what I mostly wanted to ask is with your work with GDQ now on the prize team and some of the other stuff you're doing, how do you see that in your own development journey and sort of where are you going with this, if that makes sense? What are you looking towards in building you?
I think that during my years in the speed run and charity fundraising community, I've only had a greater appreciation for the sort of magic that happens during these fundraising events and the sort of community it curates and it helps build. All of that is incredibly important, and all of that is incredibly important was incredibly important to me. Even though I came in when I was 20, 21, and the world thinks that you're an adult by 21. The world thinks that you have everything figured out, or you're going to be in college so that you can figure everything out, or you're even supposed to have that roadmap set out in place before you go to college and you sign up for all those classes for a degree that 20 years later might not even be a lucrative thing. That bubble Jaxler, might have already bursted. I am sorry.
It's okay. I can code. I'll live.
Well, I can vibe code. Go ahead, Bobby.
Fuck up.
Crazy.
I think where I am right now, I feel like I'm in a place where it's if this is where people want me, I am more than happy to contribute. I still don't feel I still don't feel like I deserve the status of being prolific or well known or anything. I really just want to provide a great enough space and support a new community to where they can be they can rise up to the same level or position or any of that opportunities that I was given, basically. this is why I like really love doing like Black in a Flash and like the whole Back to Black, because like I got to see a lot of like people that I've never seen in like the speedrun community before. They put their best foot forward with a community, with like committee, like, you know, like supporting them with like, you know, like tips. Or I mean, if you go onto their Discord right now, there's people in like voice chats, like just doing like co-op games, or like practicing for like their performance, or practicing to become like a host. It's like there should be no need for like one person to like do everything like that. You know, like we have the tools, we have the resources, we have the space. We have more than enough space to give everybody like opportunities to to contribute in their own way and like grow. I feel like for 10 years for me, like I feel like, you know, I will never like move on from like the fundraising like side, but like I feel like doing a speedrun for like an event like that is like the four-way. It's like your foot in the door, because it's like it was like through my foot in the door with speedrunning Mega Man 9, a race versus the world record holder. It's kind of like a very highly anticipated like piece of content for GDQ 2016. Like, and for so many people to be very supportive of me of like my first time, and like I just want that magic to happen for like many other people like coming on in here.
Definitely.
So like maybe I'm not done with like speedrunning as a whole, but like, you know, like doing performances for like GDQ, I might definitely take an extended step back from, because I like doing couches as well. Like that yeah. I feel like I contribute a lot more just yapping than like playing, actually. Like, because
yeah,
I'll be honest, like, you know, I don't really play like the more popular games or anything like that. I don't. Like, I can definitely sell a game, but I can't. But it's not, you know, like the top streamed games on Twitch. So like,
yeah, Mario 64 Arc win, or what do you
ask me that one more time?
If Bobbeigh comes back for anything, it's got to be Hardcore Uprising, dude. You got to come back.
That is like the one exception, is that like I really do want to do like a co-op speed run and like grind that shit, maybe like perform it, and then like just check that off the bucket list, because like co-op runs are like super cool. They really are.
Yeah.
Because then you're also you're splitting the stage with someone too, like like either through that or like through a race, for example. It's like it's not completely. This is the one person show, like, you know, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you're celebrating a connection more than it is like you're celebrating a person, right? Like
it's kind of weird that I like feel that way now, because like when I first came in, like again for like GDQ 2016, fresh out of like being like, you know, fighting game community where it was like super grassroots, super Reggie, super cutthroat and all that. Like yeah, this is a race. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna like win and like all that. And like I had that carry me for like a good bit, but like now it's a completely different energy. It's like I just want to celebrate me and the community for routing, for being supportive of like our speed run, like our respective speed run title or like whatever, and like let's just have it be like a celebration more than like a kind of like obligation to like show off elite gameplay, you know?
No, I feel that too a little bit though, where it's just like, yeah, sometimes it's just like I wish someone else was running the game that I'm showing off, because it's just like I feel like it would elevate it so much more if I were the one talking without having to push the buttons at the same time. And like sometimes I get away with it, but it's like, you know,
sometimes I get away with it. You mean every time you get away with it? I don't know. Like, I'm not getting away with it.
I'm hypercritical of my marathon performances. Okay, I am. There is no one who is able to be more mean to me than myself. That's why I'm able. I could put up with some shit.
I could
can't say anything that Jaxler. You can't say anything that Jaxler hasn't said 6 inches from the mirror, dude. It is what it is, you know.
6?
It's more like a foot. That's just the like kind of the size.
A foot. Whoa, that's humongous.
Darn, dog.
Well, a sink bowl is about a foot, right? Like, am I crazy? Like,
You didn't get the joke. It's tough. Talking about your dick size. Anyway, I'm gonna end the podcast.
Sorry, I'm
now.
asexual. My bad.
Bobby, thank you.
Well, it was a pleasure
for joining us.
Yes,
we really
thank you,
appreciate
Bobby.
it.
That was so
Pleasure
much
as
fun.
always, brother.
Yeah, again, like this is such a great time being on here, chilling with some fine folk. And Coley, thank you very much for having me on here as well. Good meeting you. And this is, I guess, the part where I talk about like.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Where are you?
American thing.
I'm
I'm
sorry.
so sorry.
I cannot get this VOD DMCA tonight.
No, so yeah, hi. If you hadn't listened earlier on in the podcast, my name is Bobbeigh. I do a lot of really cool things like within like the fundraising and speedrunning communities. I'm not much of an active streamer myself, I really try to be. So hopefully I'll be doing some more things on like that front. As far as like events, I should be slated to do SGDQ again. Unfortunately, I'm not going to PAX East. I'm just burning up like way too much PTO nowadays. I like the real life job.
Yeah.
So I gotta like accrue that up a little bit before like SGDQ.
Yeah.
Gotta take PTO for your other job. It's fucked up, but
that dog. So like I literally left work to go to work. Like how
that is crazy. Yeah. That's crazy shit.
Like it's more fun work, that's fine, but it's like I have not had like a bit of breather since like January. So I'm kind of cool to like, I don't know, just like chill a little bit.
Chill for a second.
But if you do want to chill alongside me and like my community at the brigade, feel free to follow me over at twitch.tv/Twitch.tv/Bobbeigh, or any compilations of like roguelikes or indie games that we play through. You can find that at youtube.com/@Bobbeigh with an EIGH.
And all that will be linked below. And thank you all for watching. Goodbye forever. Goodbye. Right there.
Bye.
I would wave.
I'm
but
pointing
my
at
camera's
you.
gonna
Later.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna
Do
do
it
it like
Jax.
this so my camera. I'll do the claw.